Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you this special bulletin. There's a phrase, very old phrase, that goes like this. The lady does protest too much, methinks. Now, what does that mean? Well, the best way to put it is, generally, when someone is complaining and pointing fingers and making accusations against someone, there is a high likelihood that they are guilty, beyond a shadow of a doubt, of what they are accusing others of doing. Now, what could I be referring to? Well, in this lovely little Bounding into Comics article, HBO and Max CEO Casey Bloys admits and apologizes because he got caught for using, quote, troll army to target critics. What on earth could that mean? Well, apparently, good old Casey Bloys employed many, individuals to create fake fan accounts to go out and attack any critics out there that would go after one show or another, whether it was on HBO or anything. And if you think HBO Max is the only studio doing this, well, I have a bridge I'd like to sell you, maybe some oceanfront property in California. Get the song? Anyway, HBO CEO Max, moving on, it says the same thing as the title. Rolling Stones. Now, this was a surprise. Rolling Stone actually broke this article, but John F. Trent, he breaks it down quite nicely most of the time. All the time. Reported earlier this week that Bloys coordinated with Kathleen McCaffrey and employee Sully Tamori to target critics of HBO and Max programs. Specifically, she claimed that Bloys and McCaffrey discussed, quote, what they called a secret army. Oh my goodness. That's almost like what critics of shows like, I don't know, any Disney Marvel product, Disney Star Wars product, Lucasfilm product, they were accused of doing these things, making fake bot accounts, even Russian accounts, to attack the Marvels or attack pretty much any product coming out of Disney because you're just a man baby and you're just trying to make it look bad. Even though most of the criticism account, that's what it was, review bombing. That's the term, review bombing and fan baiting. The review bombing coming in with nonstop one after one after one, not taking into account the 10s that were out there, but we don't need to worry about that. For shows that maybe they didn't deserve a 1, definitely didn't deserve a 10, but fans found it being the only way that they could show their dislike, their distaste for current product being shoveled out the door in mass production by Disney. It found it was the only way to voice their opinion, and they were accused of just being trolls, review bombing, in order to get the score down when, of course, the movie didn't actually deserve that, right? Specifically, Bloys would cook up responses to critics and pass them along to McCaffrey, who then instructed Tamori to use fake accounts to respond to various critics, who also attempted to weaponize identity politics to target many of the critics. This is par for the course for quite a few years now, where you would see, let's see, one of the fake accounts created by Tamori was Kelly Shepard. Oh, really? So, in this little example, we have question. If they are called The Touch, why is the show called The Nevers? Oh, seems like they should be called The Touch. Kelly Shepard says, don't get your panties in a bunch. The show just started. Okay, how shocking that, here we go. How shocking that two middle-aged white men, you and Hale, are shitting on a show about women. Oh, of course, because if you're a man, you are not allowed to criticize any show that has a female lead. It doesn't matter. That show's not made for you. I guess if you're a white guy, you can't criticize anything coming out of either Black Panther or Wakanda Forever. This is nonsense. Entertainment is entertainment. But this just goes to show the lengths some of these studios would go to. And I promise you, HBO is not the only one that did it. The lengths these studios would go to don't mess with my the lengths they would go in order to discredit any sort of criticism out there, find one small little thing, one hyperbolic statement to use in order to snuff out any and all discussion, any and all criticism, no matter how valid it was or how it had nothing to do with the gender, the race, the sexuality of the lead role. Article continues. The report came about following a law. Moving on. The report came about following a lawsuit filed by Tamori that accuses HBO of harassing and retaliating against him, oh my goodness, after he disclosed a mental health diagnosis. So this is the unfortunate part. More than likely he did this to get back at HBO. A spurned employee, a disgruntled employee. Just let the cat out of the bag. I guess you need to be careful who you piss off in the industry, especially if they know where the key to your skeleton closet is. In the lawsuit, Tamori alleged he created, quote, fake online accounts to respond to critics. The report noted accounts targeted critics critical of Joss Whedon's The Nevers, Mayor of Easttown, and Perry Mason. That was a show? Blois admitted that he did indeed deploy the troll army. John F. Trent, you have a wonderful way with words. The troll army. During an HBO presentation at the company's headquarters in New York, Variety reports, Blois stated, for those who know me, you know I am a programming executive very, very passionate about the shows that we decide to do and the people who do them and the people who work for them. Well, if you're very passionate about it, then you must have some sort of faith in the shows that you're putting out. If you have any actual faith in them, you wouldn't go out of your way to have fake accounts created to shoot down any sort of criticism. You would actually maybe, I don't know, here's a strange thought, listen to the criticism. Find the most common criticism among the critics. Find out who is seeing the same things and go from there. Maybe listen to the fans, people who want to be fans, people who want to like your shows, because contrary to popular belief, we don't go into every single show wanting to hate it. We go in with certain expectations based on red flags that are constantly put out and shoved down our throat, whether these are ideological, checkbox, nonsensical crap, or if the immediate response to anything is calling someone names, attacking the fans. If that is your marketing campaign, then that is a massive red flag. And it immediately believes, if you use the buzzwords like diversity, inclusion, modern audiences, there's nothing wrong with these words in and of themselves. But when you use them together over and over for particular products, and those products come out and, well, they're hot dog water, then it shows a trend and people respond accordingly. Simply believe if you use those buzzwords, then the product you're about to put out is going to be nonsensical garbage with very little story and zero character development. Disappoint us. Prove us wrong. Prove the nasty little troll critics wrong by making something good, by devoting some time into the character instead of making sure you hit that checkbox. Try that every once in a while. You might be surprised at the response you get. But he continued, I want the shows to be great. Prove it. Make the shows great. Stop shooting down criticism. Stop calling people names. And this is genuinely a message to all the studios out there, all the actors, all the producers, all the executives. All of them. Just make a good show. Stop insulting the fans. Stop attacking the fans. Stop attacking the critics. Listen to their criticism and adjust accordingly. I want people to love them, but I'm going to insult you anyway. I want you all to love them, but you can't do that if I attack you. It's very important to me what you all think of the shows. If you genuinely meant that, you would not have had those accounts created. When you think about that and then think of 2020 and 2021, when it was the year of fan baiting, the years of fan baiting and attacking the fans and attacking any and all criticism, calling them names, I'm repeating myself. Let's keep going. It's almost like they don't get it. None of these people understand what they're doing. They think what they're doing, if you knock down any and all criticism, disregard it, don't listen to them, that their dog shit show is going to be seen in a different light. No, a bad show is a bad show, regardless of who is the main character. Coming out and trying to attack the criticism, it's going to show the kind of person you are, not the kind of people the critics are. I'm working from home and doing an unhealthy amount of scrolling through Twitter. Well, that was your mistake, your problem, not anyone else's. Get off of Twitter. And I'd come up with a very, very dumb idea to vent my frustration. Oh, it's Twitter's fault. Okay. Obviously, 6 tweets over a year and a half is not very effective. That's what you got yourself butthurt about? 6 tweets over a year and a half? Oh my goodness, I've been insulted more than that, and I'm new to this game. But I do apologize to the people who were mentioned in the leaked emails, texts. Obviously, nobody wants to be part of a story that they have nothing to do with. But also, as many of you know, I have progressed over the past couple of years to using DMs. Okay, so now when I take issue with something in a review or take issue with something I see, many of you are gracious enough to engage with me. Oh, you've matured in a back and forth, and I think that is probably a much healthier way to go about this. Yes, you are correct. Amazing. He's made steps for a better future. My goodness, actually opening a dialogue with the critics, asking them what they see, what they don't like, what they like, and what possibilities there could be for change, adjustment. Obviously, that's not going to work every time, but taking multiple ideas into account when you're creating something new is not a bad idea. Figure out what the paying customer is looking for. Basic entertainment. Because ultimately, we don't care. We don't care about the main character. We don't care about who they are, what they are, who they like to sleep with, or how much melanin content they have in their skin, or what they're packing between their legs. Ultimately, we don't care. We care about a good story, a good setting, a good character art, a hero's journey, good villains, like actual villains, not the misunderstood villain. Listen to those criticisms and move forward with it. What else? But we'll talk more about that. And you guys can ask me anything you want in the Q&A. Oh, you're going to get roasted. This is unfortunately something, I don't know how you can, if you'd be able to get past something like this. Using fake Twitter accounts to shoot down the criticism. So let me know. What do you think? How many other studios? Are any other studios doing this sort of nonsense? Or is it just coincidentally one single studio coming out of HBO Max using this little tactic to go after all the nasty istaphobes who don't like Reva because she's a black woman? But whatever. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, leave a dislike. Do all those nifty little things YouTubers beg you to do because, hey, I'm a YouTuber and I'm begging you. Ha ha! Hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one.